Free smoke. Free smoke. Free smoke. Hey man, more chewing for your head talk. So watch how you speak on my name. You know. More chewing for your head talk.
Jesus.
Watch how you speak on my name.
Free smoke. Free smoke. Hey.
I drunk text J-Lo. Old number, so it bounced back.
That's all I have to call. Y'all hear me?
Not really.
What you saying?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I make sure my mic was on.
Drake instrumentals automatically mute you.
Yeah, because I don't think my mic was on. I'm biting now.
It's good. We gotta turn your mic off when Drake instrumental playing.
Hey, don't be sabotaging my mic, because
Because your allegiance to Meek Mill.
My allegiance is to Meek, my young boy from Philly.
More life. More life.
Hey, no bullshit though. No bullshit. I gotta give Drake some credit. Not for the album, but just like he just keep jabbing. You know, he said the line. I like the little line. You know what I'm saying? You offer me Philly steak and I sent you back a clean. Yeah.
I sent you back a
clean plate. All right, nice, Aubrey. Nice. But Blim is my shit. I'm sorry. I know.
You know, people know how I feel about Drake. More life. You know, I seen a review of the album and it was like, it said Drake's More Life makes the skip button obsolete.
Who said that?
It was a review on DJ Booth.
How many people he paid for that?
None.
Child, please.
None.
My friendship with Dion is strained for like 2 weeks after every Drake release. It's an interesting time to be a friend of Dion once Drake drops a new album, because Dion, like, you know, it's people stand for their favorite artists. Yeah. And Dion is like kind of like a good but like the worst type of stand at the same time, because like, you know, he old researching ass nigga, right?
Yep.
And so, you know, like he goes down to his basement bunker of music, and he doesn't come out until like literally like Dion like has memorized half the album, and the album dropped like at 5 on OVO radio, and like by 8 o'clock he's reciting most of the album in Group Me, talking reckless to people. I'm just sitting there like, man, like I'm just gonna keep him away from his goddaughter for like a week, like so he can just settle down, man. Like this, like it's ridiculous.
No. He does do the little I'm in my glow shit.
Yeah, he get to talking reckless, like he was saying
all facts. All facts. Because you know
that's
what?
why he's standing up for this podcast.
I'm just standing up because I was like literally last night sitting during the Cat Williams concert.
Oh yeah,
like, I was just like, yo, you know how you've been sitting too long? You just like, man, fuck this shit. But yeah, like I guess how you know, like my thing is this. It's nothing different than how I listened to anybody else's albums when I was younger. Because, huh? No.
Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you when you talk directly into the mic. Yes.
Pause. But I am. Let's go ahead.
Yeah, like so to me, like when I used to listen to people's album, and you had to buy the physical, you know, I would sit there and I while I'm listening to your album, I would read the book.
Yeah.
So I would sit there and I would read the book. I would know who produced what, who engineered what, how many writers, what you sampled. So now, kind of like with the age of information, what kind of is interesting, what happens is this. Even when you buy albums, they done took away books for a lot of the digital releases, right? So now since you don't even have a book, what essentially you're doing is like you have to go to the internet. So you people are researching as it comes along. So it's like now I'm just sitting there, me and the lyrics. Right. And when I hear lyrics, I'm damn near typing them in my notes. Like when I was listening live, I was like, yo, like this is dope. Like he said this is cold. So, you know, that's just kind of how I am. And it's certain people I do that for. Like, you know, of course I do that for Drake. But the thing is, I text y'all the same way on Thursday night at 11:04. I said Ross is out.
Yep.
So I said Ross is out. So I sat in my living room in the dark with my beats on, and I listened to Rick Ross straight through, no skips. That's how I listen to music, bro. And I feel like everybody should listen to music that way. That's the kind of ignorant motherfucker I am. I be like, when Rick Ross drop on Thursday night, if you still up, you play that shit.
Ross.
You play that shit. Like,
but that's definitely like I used to love doing that. It's like even Jay-Z had said at one time, like if you anything like me right now,
right.
You ripping the papers off, you don't rip the plastic.
You ripping the plastic off the CD.
And that's how I used to be. I used to love reading that and see samples. Like, because I used to always see a lot of James Brown samples. And I used to always give me like, damn, which part of the song was that James Brown? You know?
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, you know, but yeah, I mean, in short, I get it. I'm a Drake, staying all the way. It happens. It's part of me at this point, you know.
MP, how was your week?
Man,
he goes on
outside of trying to reconcile my friendships due to Drake's album.
You got hit with a basketball.
Yeah, like dog, like we was at the gym talking about this Saturday. Motherfuckers like a ball accidentally hit me in the head.
Motherfuckers threw a ball at you, Jack?
Motherfuckers will die with this Drake shit, apparently.
Yo, all you gotta do is tell Siri, call Fresh. Next time you get hit with a ball, let me know, Mella.
It was an accident.
Oh, okay. Because I want to fight so bad. I don't even care if I lose.
We good.
Okay.
But my week been cool, man. It's been an interesting weekend. So I dropped that blog post about.
Oh yes.
You got an ugly friend, and the feedback was interesting. It was, for the most part, overall it was positive. You know, of course. You had people saying, like, I ain't got no ugly friend. Like, I got, like, even, like, a few pictures over the weekend from drunk people, like, see, ain't no ugly friends. It's like, it's cool. Like, it's cool. Thanks for those pictures. Let's go about the people that you really talk to on a daily basis.
Right, and let's take out those filters as well.
Yeah, you know.
Fuck all that. They sent you them shits. Send them shits to me, and I'll tell you who's ugly.
Yeah, like,
you know. And nice. He may not.
See, this the real Dion, y'all. Not to be confused. This is still Fat Maxwell, but... This is the other side.
I stand 100% by what I said on the blog. You know, a lot of you people were sending me pictures of associates.
Wait,
I know who your friends are.
Wait, time out. They were sending you they bad bitches link up pictures.
Yeah. They couldn't leave their purse out around those bitches.
Bad bitches unite.
Link up.
Like, send me the picture of the girl who you can leave your purse around.
Joe.
All of them.
The girl who holds the purses while the rest of y'all get drinks.
And then another thing, too, that was interesting, it was a lot of chicks who were like, well, I only have one best friend. You know, then now we get into character flaws, that you can't have more than one friend.
Character flaws?
No, seriously, like, these people, like, you know, like, people be trying to, like, judge other people when you have, like, multiple friends or, like, best friends. And it's like, no, like, you know, God made me to be nice and a people person. Just because you have one person that you call your BFF and you think, oh, you can't trust nobody else, and probably because you and this other person been stealing together or something. And y'all got secrets. So, you know.
Love pink on the
like everybody, you know, they say, like, all my chicks bad. Like, you know, that's cool. All the chicks in this picture is bad. I know who you really break bread with. I know who you call when you having a bad day. She ain't that cute. She's nice.
Listen.
She has a great heart.
Like,
she can cook a great meal.
Like I said,
she's not winning any beauty contests no time soon.
They sent Anthos pictures and send them to me. There's an ugly one in every picture.
Yep.
Sorry,
not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, it was for two things. Though. It was funny. Like, a lot of people who were sharing the post was like, "This is crazy." Like, I don't have them. I was like, "It's because you're the ugly friend." So I definitely noticed that. And then another thing too. Just to clear this up for anybody. I know I joke about this a lot. You know, let me talk my shit real quick.
Let's go.
I'm not ugly.
Let's go, Ed.
Make this clear real
Let's
quick.
go, Ed.
I'm not ugly. I stopped being ugly around 1920. I wasn't even ugly. I was funny acting. I'm handsome. I'm the Southside Blair Underwood. If you don't believe me, put your best friend in front of me. If you don't want to go, she'll go. Let's just make this real clear. Real clear.
I think it just dropped a PSA.
The summer is coming. I've cut my Jufro off. You can get pulled if I wanted to.
Easy. I done start activating your beard.
Right.
You Gucci now got to look glisten when the light hit it right.
Right.
Fuck they talking about.
You hold my hand and you don't even want to admit it. Anywho.
Listen.
Now I'm back.
Women was definitely like kind of thought it was funny because we was calling ourselves ugly.
Yeah.
And I made a statement like there's been an event for all of us, a time, whether it's a night or a time period, where all of us have been the ugly friend.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
There's
No
been
doubt.
nights you out with the guys and you like, okay, yeah, I'm picking up the rear tonight.
Yeah,
Like, and
you can look around and be like,
we
y'all-
accept that shit.
Yeah,
One of my good friends from East St. Carlos Rivera. I'm always the ugly friend around that nigga.
Yeah,
that nigga been
always.
looking like T.I. since before T.I. I'm cool with that.
But see, that's you can understand it. Sometimes you look up and be like, oh, y'all niggas got fly. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
y'all niggas, y'all on what? Y'all got haircuts and shit?
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah,
All right, I
yeah,
got
yeah.
y'all next time.
I play the real. I play the real.
No problem.
But my
that's-
mouth slick though.
And that's
that's
one
the
thing.
thing.
You got to hide your mouthpiece at all times.
And that's the thing they missed in the article.
Yeah.
Like, it's certain things with different people in the
Yeah.
crew. You may not be the looker, but hey, baby girl,
Right.
like make that potato salad that you
It
do.
may not be your season. Every season ain't your season.
Yes.
Guess what? Summertime ain't everybody's season.
It's not.
When it's time for y'all to get naked and you got that one friend who went from October to May 1st faithfully in the gym, guess what? Summertime is her season.
And
Right.
big her up. Don't be hating
Right,
on her.
don't be hating.
Right.
Big her up.
Don't be mad at her because, goddammit, you got it. Your leggings don't stop at the bottom of your stomach no more. You got to tuck that little abortion pouch into the leggings now.
Oh, God.
Hey,
God.
talk your shit.
I'm just saying, we noticed that a lot and we let it slide. All leggings ain't high waisted now, but we've been letting y'all get away with this shit for too long.
And all this beauty of the beholder shit, all that. Look, man, all I'm saying is this. The numbers don't match to what y'all trying to tell me.
Hey, listen. Here's another part about that blog that threw me off. When women was saying, they were saying like, damn, I lost my train of thought that fast. But it was funny because women was like, well, my ugly friends still get hollered at. You wait one damn minute.
Rondell.
Listen, we wait one damn minute. Your ugly friend get hollered at because we can smell, we sharks, we can smell the blood of the
She's
water.
going.
Like,
She's going.
when we look at that one girl who looking at the floor, she look like she ain't that confident in the club, we gonna slide up on her and bring her up to level 10.
Yeah, you don't deserve
Yeah,
this.
let me put it to people like this. There's many highways in America. Some have higher tolls than others.
Yes.
Just leave it at that. Some you need iPads, some you just need a nickel.
Right.
So you just,
Look, all
Flick the motherfucking
I'm
nickel
saying
across
is
the-
this. There's a lot of ugly people in this world. We know that they're ugly. We all secretly have voted a lot of people are ugly. We see their pictures. And they have friends. And now all of a sudden nobody want to claim these ugly people as friends.
Hey, look. I was getting a complete opposite feedback. I was getting, well, you know who our ugly friend is. Oh, well, ain't what's name the ugly one in our group? And I was just laughing, like, no comment. Because with me, sometimes the ugly friend is the loudest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause like ain't nobody really there to take her attention away. So she always bitching, always the first one. Like, I'm ready to go, or can't go somewhere because don't got a babysitter. Ugly girls just got more problems than everybody else.
Yeah, that's the difference between and I touched on the article between like the men and women dynamic with the ugly friend. Like the ugly female friend always wants to leave early.
Yep.
When shit's not going her way.
Yep.
The ugly male friend, he pulls out his phone and he just starts tweeting or some shit.
Yeah,
Like,
or eat your cheese sticks at the strip club.
Right, eat your cheese sticks at the strip club in peace. That's what they do.
eat your cheese sticks
At the strip club, y'all
Are you going to finish that?
Are you gonna finish that? Oh, I'll take a couple.
Hey,
Inside joke.
listen.
Inside
Let me just talk about this real quick because it's funny as hell. Listen, regardless of what they tell you, cuteness actually matters in a strip club when it comes to men. It really does. Like, I don't care how much money you throwing. When that stripper look over and see somebody she attracted to, shit can change real fast.
Real fast.
Real fast. You never been in a strip club and you can still leave there with a pocket full of money. Like, I had to spend nothing.
I ain't did nothing. Even got my snake rubbed a couple times.
Can I piggyback
You
off
can
that?
piggyback off
Cuteness
anything.
matter in real life. Like people was like that's one thing people was trying to tell me. Like, like I know we all need to like focus what's on the inside, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not looking at you for what's inside your heart when I see you at the bar.
Exactly.
Like, are you cute or are you not cute?
Exactly.
And if you're not cute, we're just gonna formulate a different game plan. I.e., are you easy?
I hit it from the bike.
You know what?
Let's just be real. Like, I hate when people like, I understand we in the era of like political correctness, participation trophies, honorable mention is honored. Like,
Participation.
But that shit don't happen in real life.
No.
Like when it come to like, being chose.
Yeah, and you know what? That's real life about life. Cause you ever go into a retail store and they don't have no ugly women working there, and you be wanting to like go to the hiring manager and give them dap, like because your whole life it started for me young boy in the Lark. You would go to the Lark and you would be like, they hired the finest of fine. And then like now, like random, I hate to say it, I hate to put this on blast, but if you go to Nike Town, right?
Whoa.
If you go to Nike Town or the factory store, first off, they gotta wear like the leggings. That's required.
Yeah.
And you like, listen, you be looking at that store like there are requirements to work here. Like,
So, I mean, what the good fellas of the No Foreplay Show are saying is this. Looks aren't everything, but goddammit,
There's
it's
something.
a major thing. It's a major thing. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself.
Yeah.
And if you're not a looker, then go on and proceed to, embellish everything else that you got going on.
Exactly.
That's
like,
all you got to. Life is about adjustments. I say this almost every other podcast. Life is about adjusting. Adjust your ugly ass to something else.
Yes, you do. You gotta maximize your goddamn attributes. Like I know my beard is working for me right now. This motherfucker would never be cut.
And it's fun. And you know what? Again, I know it's gonna be people rolling their eyes about this, saying, "Who are you to be writing this or saying this?" That's fine. Again, your friend find me attractive. That's what
It
I'm
is.
doing.
That's the truth though.
Look,
That's the truth though.
we had a lot of interesting stuff happen this week, man.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
So we came across a story. Unfortunately, Chicago is obsessed, it seems, with Facebook fucking Live.
Oh my
I wish
God.
we had numbers on what city uses it the most.
Facebook. It gotta be Chicago.
It
gotta be Chicago.
It got to be us.
It got to be
At
us,
least
so-
per capita.
Man.
At least
Per capita.
Because it's and unfortunately, we just had we have a lot of negative incidents that were captured on Facebook Live.
Exactly.
So this week there was a youth, a young lady reported as being a runaway. She was missing for, she essentially was missing, I believe for, around 24 hours. We're going to leave her name out of it because
she's a minor.
victim names should never be. And it was weird because I took issue because D.L. Hughley's Facebook page actually shared her picture and her name.
Damn.
But a young lady, she was on so she was missing, and then she was also on Facebook Live, getting sexually assaulted by 5 to 6 males. That was very interesting. So that was the first part of the story, and apparently, the police chief he's upset because apparently there were 40 people viewing this at one time,
And not one.
and no one, I guess, called police at the time. That's damn near, like, it's amazing, but of course amazing in a bad way.
Right.
How do y'all feel about that?
See, I there's so many variables that we don't really know. But I'm not gonna be devil's advocate here. I'm not gonna be that guy.
Devil don't need no advocates.
I know, but I'm not gonna be that
Great
guy
phrase.
to say like she probably was with the shits. But I am gonna say it's kind of alarming that 40 people watched it and just like, oh yeah, that's cool. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Sign
Right.
of the times.
yeah,
I think people. I mean, let's just put it out there. Like, people are drawn to watching like sexual shit,
Yeah.
and like no matter how like bad it is, that's how you can get 40 people to watch that shit and not know none of the 40 immediately think, this seems pretty illegal.
yeah.
Right.
But we in the era too where people pull their phones out before they stop it.
Yeah.
So shit, I'm surprised ain't nobody. Well, they probably was sharing it. You know what I mean? And I mean,
right.
people more concerned now about their own being
Yeah,
like.
man.
You know what I mean? Like, they probably share it to see how many people can watch it from their page. You know what I mean? Instead of
Now,
just...
my only question would be this: like, of the 40 people, was it like 40 like young people watching it? I'm assuming because I mean I know we don't know the but
But
'cause I'm
9 times out of 10.
just as we're talking about this, because
Yeah.
I'm assuming like the attackers were high school age as well.
They said that's what's believed. Yeah,
Okay, so I'm assuming that, you know, when you go live, of course, like your friends get notified that you're going live. So I'm assuming like Lil Fo and them friends were of the same age as them, and there was other 40 people. It's still fucked up that not even one teenager who saw this was like, yo, like, this is wrong.
Yeah, that's wrong. Because, shit,
I think
it's so hard not that.
Yeah, I think one of the things that threw me, and I actually wrote a blog about this. I didn't post it because just it's something in me told me not to post it. You trust your gut, and you know, you've been hearing the same multiple things on social media, right? People kind of alluding to what Fresh even touched on. She was with the shits, right? Things of that nature. And what struck me with that sentiment was this. I wrote so my blog was actually titled "Your Daughter's a Hoe and There's Nothing You Can Do About It." Ooh. Right? Ooh. And the reason it was labeled that is because the same way a young black man in that same age is a thug or a criminal based on his look, I feel that same way about our young girls. Okay. If she's developed too much, she's a hoe. Yeah. You know, she's fast. You know, and I kind of I went back to my experiences. Like, you know, I kind of started off like my 5th grade girlfriend. The reason I chose her is because she had the biggest breast of any 5th grader. And when she broke my heart, my friends called her a hoe. Right. She had never done it with anybody. Right. You know what I'm saying? I kind of traced that. You know, 8th grade girl, same thing. She was overdeveloped. Her boyfriend was a sophomore. Found out she was having sex with him. She was a hoe. You know, a girl was alleged to do a sexual act my freshman year with one guy. She was a hoe, followed her for a very long time after that, at least 10 years.
And that's something that makes me mad with guys like, oh yeah, she had sex with Jun, so she going. No, Jun was her boyfriend. Does she supposed to have sex? I used to be guilty of that too in college. I used to be like, oh, she fucked him, she going. You know what I mean? But that's not the case. Like how you said, you know, you get labeled after one sexual act. Right. Yeah, because I know my summer after 6th grade, 7th grade girlfriend, she was always labeled a hoe, and I was like, okay, I can crack there. You know, I'm thinking. Right. Come to find out, she was a whole virgin. Right. Like she had women. I guess she had talked to so many guys, but she was like a whole virgin. Fuck my head up.
Yeah, I think just that kind of how I won't say we, but kind of how I noticed people jump to that conclusion. You know what I'm saying? Like she was, you know, essentially with the shits, and I'm like, regardless of how you look at it, no 15-year-old girl is in the right mind to say, I want to have sex with 5 other boys. Like, regardless of how you paint that picture to me, that shit didn't happen. The same way, those boys are not in the mental space to say, I want to have sex with this one girl and it be 5 of us. Like, you know, like, the decisions on both sides are bad, and none of them are old enough to make them, but unfortunately, there's going to be consequences leveled. Is how I look at it. Like, you know, when you make decisions, and I always feel like that part of decision making has to be put forth to kids very early. Like, you know, that one decision you make, regardless of how young you make it, can impact you forever. Like, you know, we would love to tell kids, oh yeah, you can make mistakes, but it's some you can't. You know what I'm saying? And I'm speaking from, like, you know, I had a cousin go to jail for murder. I believe he was 15. And he definitely, he did real time. You know what I'm saying? Like, away from his family, away from his mother. You know what I'm saying? During that time, you know, hopefully, I don't think he'll be mad at me for sharing this story because we were close. But, you know, his mother passed during that time. She fought cancer during that time. And he was a young boy. I believe he was about 13 to 15. I can't remember, but one of the youngest group, it was 4 of them, and one boy was murdered. And it was literally, he spent that time away from his family. So things like that can happen, and you can literally miss your childhood.
Oh,
Yep.
yes. Oh, yes. From some that you thinking none of, for 5 minutes of pleasure, you can get fucked up forever. You know what I mean? Like,
But that goes to upbringing as well. Like for motherfuckers to think that's acceptable in the first place.
Right.
I mean, it's crazy, man. Because having a daughter now, and like just listen to even the title of your blog. Like I kind of get irritated when people be like, Jordan, she gonna be thick. Like, they joking around, but like I be like, no, fam.
I know what you're
like,
saying.
yeah.
I know
And it's hard, man. It's real hard when you think about like the world that your kids are coming up in, because like it's not even about how you raising your kid. You worry about how motherfuckers are not raising their kids.
Right.
And those are the kids that could potentially interact with your child, and your child could be 1 or 2. Like a child is a child. They're not going to make the right decision every time. And the thing is, like, you just pray that when your child makes wrong decisions, it doesn't set them back a lifetime.
Right.
And I think, and that's like for African American children, the potential of that is greater because the system isn't set up for us a lot of times to bounce back from our simple mistakes.
Right.
And then 2, like the motherfuckers who you making mistakes around, they could like multiply the repercussions of the mistake by 10.
Easily.
Like, like you just pray that your kid makes a mistake around a motherfucker who ain't stupid.
Right.
That's the best way I can, because like a motherfucker who ain't stupid, like, I think like, I don't think a lot of times I thank God for my upbringing. I thank God for like shit. Your mama raising you, Dion, because like it's shit I've done stupid that you calm me down. Like you don't need to react like this. Like the simplest shit. Like motherfucker like who told me about the morning after pill after I had my incident freshman year.
Shut the fuck
like
up.
but that's a motherfucker. Like I'm glad I made my mistakes around smart people.
Exactly.
Like like a motherfucker like.
But that goes with upbringing as well. Like, as a parent, you should tell your kids to hang with like-minded individuals. And if Timmy is going to get you in trouble, if Timmy walks around with a pistol all day, common sense should tell you, I should stop hanging with Timmy.
It's hard because you want to tell kids, like, listen to your parents, because like that, those are the people who can tell you who your real friends are. They're looking from a distance. But now, like, half these parents, like, shit, if they ain't sober... like, are they really telling? Like they, like man, in the city, like some of these kids come from such fucked up backgrounds, man. And it's like they walking around like the Punisher by the soul,
dude. Like things like that just remind you, like, of how fortunate you are, or fortunate we are, to make it to this age. And granted, we've all encountered our struggles, but nothing like this. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And it also ties me back to the point that I always feel like, like, it just makes you feel like as you get older as a man, how much you have to kind of protect girls.
Oh, yes.
How much you have to protect girls, and how much you have to, like, tell boys, the girls ain't to be played with. Like, you know what I'm saying? They not to be played with. Like, treat them a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And I always feel one thing I always say to boys now, like, you got to realize at a young age, like, how much the women are going to hold you down. As these girls grow into women, you will learn from them before you will learn from your partner.
Yeah.
Like,
all day.
It sound crazy,
all day.
but it's a fact.
Real talk. I thank God I got a daughter first, because like when I get old, they gonna keep me out the nursing home, Zach.
Oh yes,
they gonna keep.
Oh yes, my little ninjas. But what you were saying, like with the boys and the girls, I'm like super protective of girls, because having 3 daughters, and I try to talk to girls. Like how, like from my perspective, I tell them, like, you carry yourself a certain way, then boys are gonna look at you in that way. They're not gonna look at nothing else. You know what I mean? I'm like, I try to tell girls like, just because you feel a certain way now and you smelling yourself a little bit, it's okay. You can have a quiet confidence. Confidence doesn't always have to be loud. You know, you don't have to flaunt and twirl all the damn time. They see you. You know what I'm saying? They see you.
Adults need to know that.
You know what? That takes me back to, I feel like, one of my favorite moments from the Z Summit. The 3 girls we brought up to the front.
Yeah.
And literally that, I think that shifted the day essentially. Because the 2 girls that said they were going wanted to go to Spelman, like, I forgot her name, but remember the first girl, the real tall young lady.
Yeah.
She literally was like, this is who I am. This is how I'm going to carry myself. And if boys ain't with it, so what?
So what?
And I was like, yes. This is what it's all about. Then the other girl, the second girl said that. Second girl pretty much followed the lead, and so did the third girl. And I was like, yo, like, this is what's up. You know what I'm saying? Granted, of course, that's not all of them, but it's like when you see that, and you kind of even saw how the boys, like, in the back, how they was, like, chilling in the cool section, they kind of was like, they honored it. Like, they didn't have a choice. Like, they was like, all right. Like, like, we honor it. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely respect that, man, because I just feel like, you know, the more we drive that point home with boys, especially once they hit that age where they know they liking girls, it's important. It's important. And I feel like I know we all do it. We at the age to do it. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, like, we have to be that example.
Yeah, even like with the basketball team. I tell them, y'all at that age, you know what I'm saying, girls starting to look good and all that. I even joke with them. One of them, I tell them, oh, you only like big girls. But, you know, it's crazy to me because I'm so proud of my boys because they're like still kids. You know what I mean? They want to play 2K. They ready to go home and play 2K. They want to talk to each other more than anything. Like, you got a couple. I probably got like 2 boys who like girl crazy. Like, got to be around the girls after school, always talking to them, texting them and all that. But he's still not girl crazy. You know what I mean? Right. He's still not like trying to get them to the crib right after school or nothing like that. Yeah. But you can see the difference, like how the girl matures. Like how the girls are way more advanced than the boys. Like,
yeah, especially at the younger age.
Yeah, my boys. So, but I always try to tell them, you know what I'm saying, respect is everything. You know what I'm saying? Talk to them with manners. I like Joe because they ask. They want to know, like, how do I approach a girl tomorrow? Or like, man, this girl cute, but I don't know how to talk to her. And I was like, hi, I'm so and so. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So even like we had a little dance at the school, and, you know, the boys on one side, girls on one side. And they're like, man, they don't want to talk to us, Joe. They don't. I like, look, she taking a selfie, bro. Go hop in her selfie. Right. He like, man, she gonna snap. I like, go hop in her selfie. He hopped in a selfie, and then he tried to like duck out. I was like, no, we gonna take a real picture. And he looked at me, his eyes got bucked. Right. Yeah, boy, yeah. Shoot the J.
You know, it's so funny. I think, like, even growing up, like, when you was trying to get game advice from your friends, it was so fucked up and sent off.
Oh, my God.
And it wasn't until an old nigga really put you on game. Like, I remember, like, just, you know, especially like going to Whitney Young for a guy who was, you know, going through an awkward looking growing phase and growth spurts and shit, and trying to holler at chicks. Like, you know, shit was just coming out, like, all wrong. Like, you thinking you about to holler at chicks like they do in the rap videos and shit. And then you about to say some shit. Like, nigga, I'm poor as hell. What the fuck am I even about to say to this chick? So you just you talk yourself even out of going over there to talk to the chick because it's like, I ain't got the game. And then, like, once, like, you know, I had, like, old guys, ironically, everything happens in my life from the church trips. That's how I learned how to do everything.
Oh, my God.
Like, it was a couple of old cats from my church. They saw, you know, me, like, wanting to talk to a girl, but hesitant. And, like, I didn't even peep that they saw it in me before I even noticed that I was scared to talk to them. They just like, how long you gonna keep staring at them? Say something. I like, can I be honest? I don't know what to fucking say. And, like, just talk regular. Don't let your guys send you off. Like, just talk regular. Tell her your name. Tell her what's up. Like, tell her that, you know, you noticed her. And, you know, you ain't trying to be rude, but you just noticed her. And that was it. And, like, I literally, like, that was, like, my first time hollering at that chick, sweating like motherfucking bullets. Like, I barely got my name. I'm like, hi, I'm Anthony. Like,
yeah.
And it was like, hey, Anthony, how you doing? After that, it was like, oh, what the fuck? Like,
Oh yeah, I haven't always been this arrogant.
yeah, like, yeah. This arrogance, this arrogance is earned.
Yeah, like my high school crush, bro, freshman year, she worked at the Lark. I'm probably telling on myself, but I don't care. I loved her. But this was like my freshman year, bro, and she was my age, but man, she was stacked. She beautiful, dark skinned, body, video vixen body at 14, and she said, like I say, girls regular. She, all right, Doug, see you tomorrow. Hug. I'm, oh shit, nigga, I'm harder than concrete, but I was scared to approach her. She was intimidating. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at her like, man, she work here. She probably got all the guys at school on her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm just ugly as Doug. I ain't know how to buck at her nothing. I never did. I never shot at a GR. But that was part of the experience I look back on like, damn, Joe. The worst could have happened when she said no, nigga. You know what I mean?
But for me, like, you was earlier bloomer than I was when it comes to that. Because, like, even in college, like, I tell the story to everybody all the time. Like, my senior year of college, the girl who I had a crush on, I was, like, for some reason, so afraid to talk to her. Like, Dion cussed me the fuck out in our apartment. Like, she called for, like, about the homework and some shit. I was like, yeah, it's done. I was like, what you doing? She like, we just watching some playoff game and drinking wine. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll holler at you. I hung up. This nigga Dion looked at me and was like, if your bitch ass don't call her back right now. I'm like, why I gotta call her back? Like, he like, nigga, you don't want to know about the motherfucking homework. You like her. Call her back.
Right.
And I was like, you want some company to watch the game? Like literally, like, this shit, like, I was just doing, like, dumb shit the whole fucking semester. Like, all because, like, I was just nervous as fuck. And I was, thinking, like, oh, I didn't look good enough for it. And she kind of snapped, like, why do you always, like, call yourself ugly? Like, and to this day, like, me and her, like, we just real cool. Like, she was a good friend. But I always tell, like, she was, like, probably, like, the first person, like, really, really gave me, like, my adult confidence. Well, now.
Oh, did you have somebody who gave you adult confidence, or you always had it, Dion?
I definitely didn't always have it.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, adult confidence that's a real concept. Don't Fourplay just make that up?
Yeah. Hey, we coining that shit tonight. Adult confidence.
Let's name this episode Adult Confidence.
Adult confidence.
Adult confidence.
Because it's different from high school confidence.
Yeah.
You know what I always say. Y'all seen me talk about it in the group me. Now we're gonna make this a full book.
Let's go.
Y'all always seen when I talk about, like, where does your confidence come from? Like, as a man, like, and it applies to everybody, though. But, like, where does your confidence come from? Like, it comes from different places. Some men, it comes from how you succeed with women. Some men, it comes from
work.
Money, work, career, whatever. And I always feel like mine, like, my confidence came the more I learned, right? Yeah. So I always felt like I'm always learning, and I feel like you put me in most rooms, I feel like I'm one of the smartest people in the room.
Yep.
That's just how I feel. And I feel like if I don't know it, I'm gonna feel away enough to I'm gonna go home and I need to learn about some shit, right? I'm gonna feel dumb. So I feel like that's what kind of like my shit came from. So it's like, that's why I'm a cerebral person. That's why I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? But like, so I kind of feel like too, like, all right, like, probably when I go into the room, probably the girl that's the baddest, the thickest is probably not for me, right? I probably need to holler at the girl with her glasses up, like with a book in her purse on the low. Like that's probably, that's probably who I succeed with. So I kind of feel like that's where like my confidence kind of came from, and I, and kind of also, a little bit like on the career side, and then too, like once girls be telling you like they like your smile a lot, you start feeling a certain way. I was like, aha, like I got something working for me right now.
I'm just glad glasses came in style, Joe.
Man, bro, I was blind. I was blind for a long ass time, Jack.
But I was using it as a cop out. I was like, if I had contacts, I had more chicks.
Oh my god!
But then I had to be real with myself. Like, nah, you acting like a little punk bitch.
Yeah,
open your fucking mouth. Crack these jokes.
Nah, I used to just be like, all right, man, if I get rid of this gut, they can't tell me I'm all the women.
And Ross came out. Then Ross
I
dropped
think
and
every
let it
every guy kind of goes
Then
through
Ross had
something
his
like.
shirt open.
Yeah.
I think every guy kind of goes through something like, if I got rid of this, or if I did this, then more chicks will come. Then one day you just like, if you trill, one day you wake up like, fuck it, they gonna fuck with me regardless.
Yeah.
And if they ain't gonna fuck with me, shit,
Fuck them.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's different levels to adult confidence because I had like adult confidence like coming up out of Carbondale because I was basically found my swag a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I was just grabbing like sevens. You know what I mean? I was just grabbing like I was in that area. I was like untouched, like and then when you find out somebody wavy, that's what I call her because she is wavy. When she like complimented me, and I was like, oh shit, like she checking for me. Then it's like, oh shit, nigga, when the fuck did you go from batting eighth to leadoff hitter? You know what I mean?
Yeah, once you realize that the Independent Council of Women had meetings,
Yeah,
and they put you up in a category
like
that you didn't even
upper echelon type shit.
and you sit there like, well, I am kind of fine.
Yeah, I do got some shit going for me.
You start looking at your own Facebook pictures, different, like, shit, I do look good in the suit. Fuck you mean?
On the real, and that's kind of like what happened. You know what I'm saying? I even got a message. So it was like, oh, your name just came up. First of all, women, we know our name never just comes up. Anyway, so they hit me with your name coming on. They're like, we just talk about you and like how you got your hair screwed on right and you going in the right direction. And I'm like, me of all people, y'all discussing me a round table, and that's just more that adds to, when you got your shit in order, other people also notice that you got your shit in order.
You know
just
what?
walking on the right path.
The honesty box changed my life. The honesty box gave me some confidence.
Oh,
Ooh,
yes it did.
box, boy.
Yes it did. I'm still looking for some of them, G.
And you know why the honesty box changed my life? Because girls blatantly hopped in my honesty box and was like, I want to fuck you.
Yep.
And I remember looking at my honesty box like, what the fuck? Like, and I'm like, why didn't people just say this to me regular? And then they would reveal themselves, and then you'll be like, oh, like, this woman is married, this woman is... I was like, you know what, this is too much for me right now.
Yeah,
and I started popping my collar a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Bruh, like... I can't say
I
can't say that now.
You know
but
what?
just know the honesty box hits you with some... So I heard blankety blankety blank.
Oh,
huh? God. Yeah, from blankety blankety blank. And I'm like, who is this? You know what I'm saying? They still want to play the game.
Who's your source?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I got another question. We gonna switch gears all the way.
Let's go. I'm with it.
Lavar Ball.
Oh shit!
Everybody's heard about Lavar Ball at this point.
Yes.
So Lavar Ball, for those people unfamiliar with the Lavar Ball is
Father Alonzo Ball.
Yeah, the father of Lonzo
Ball
Ball
boys.
for UCLA. He also has another son, Lee Angelo, who will be at UCLA next year, and LaMelo Ball, who's a sophomore currently. Lonzo Ball plays for UCLA. He's definitely projected as essentially a top 3 pick in this NBA draft. He's a black father.
Yeah.
He's a black father raising a family in Chino Hills, California. They are essentially at a point where he's essentially made a name for himself. The name, and it's pretty much infamy. So he's been commenting to the media all types of ways. He said that he could have beat Mike one-on-one. That's Michael Jordan. Also, he could have beat Mike one-on-one. He says so many things and drawn so much attention to himself. He said that his son is better than Steph Curry currently. Steph Curry of the Golden State Warriors.
Two-time MVP.
Unanimous
MVP in NBA history, Steph Curry, by the way.
And the guy
90,
people
50,
say
40 fame.
the guy people say is the best shooter in the history of the league. And I think the numbers prove it.
Yeah.
He said that his son is better. And he's making his media rounds.
Yes, he is. He's been on every show.
He also the last thing I'm gonna say about LaVar Ball is also drawn the ire of everybody. LeBron James, John Wall. People have said pretty much it's a bounty on his son when he get to this league. When he get to this level,
dragging him.
what are your feelings on Lavar Ball, man? Like, how y'all feel about Buddy?
First, you go first.
Yeah.
Because I feel like an AMP brand is coming at you.
Okay,
it's two schools. Some people say, man, I love it. I love that black fatherhood. And some people like, fam, get the dude out the paint.
No. For the fatherhood perspective, I love what he's doing. He's promoting his kids. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Like, when he made that comparison of how black mothers act with basketball, he's like, man, if I was a mother, then would none of this be a problem. But since I'm a father, y'all trying to break up some stuff. You know, he hit him with the other route. Like, y'all just don't want to see a black father promoting his sons. And I understand him. I felt him for that. But too much, bro. Just be a nice parent. Get out the limelight. Like, your kids aren't even that. You know what I'm saying? Aren't that type of brash and boasting like that. You know what I mean? I look at them like little light skinned boys. They regular. They look like they humble. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then for him to be that loud person, and like you said, man, he just putting a bounty on them boys. Like no rookie is gonna get came at like this since big homie from Akron came into the league. But you know what I mean? But I don't really feel no way about him. I know it's either or, but I don't. He all right with me. I don't really care.
You know what I felt? I didn't like the mother comparison based off this. Mothers are usually just grateful they made it.
Mm-hmm.
Mothers aren't out in front saying that my son is better than essentially better than essentially one of the best guys at his position.
Mm-hmm.
Mothers aren't saying I could have beat Michael Jordan 101. You know what I'm saying? Mothers are not doing this thing he's doing. Mothers are generally proud of the accomplishments. You know what I mean? And mothers aren't predicting the future. My thing about him is this. He's not understand. It seems like to me he doesn't have a good thought process in his mind as to what danger is for his sons. Mm-hmm. Essentially. And, my thing is this. When your house gets burglarized when you're at a high school game, like, and that burglary was real. You know what I mean? And it's like people are like, yo, this family blowing up, I want to break in. I just, take some memorabilia, whatever the case may be. When other people who your sons are going to have to be friends with, when the heads of the guys at the top of the food chain of the players union, which is LeBron James, a guy and LeBron James, who essentially, goes to bat for players and the players' rights, essentially, right? Mm-hmm. When that guy, you're offending that guy, right? You're offending that guy. You're offending the guy that's at the top of the food chain. And also, you're saying that your son is better than the guys that are already doing it on a night in, night out basis at a certain level. So my thing is, even on the basketball court, how do you think Steph Curry plays against your son? How do you think Draymond Green set those picks against your son?
Yeah.
How do you think all of this manifests? How do you think James Harden plays your son? How do you think Russell Westbrook plays your son? And my thing is, you're making his life hard because rookies are hazed in the NBA.
Yes.
And this is just fact.
And then he's like, the what is the word I'm looking for here? When you think somebody's gonna be a certain way, and he's like putting that on him, like no other son was good like this, and he gonna be great. You know what I mean? Like, let it happen, then talk about it, bro. Now that can mess up the boy's psyche. What if he average 11 points and 2 assists? He probably never hit his natural curve now because you done put so much emphasis on him being great right out the gate and shit. You know what I mean? But go ahead.
And the thing is, you doing all of this with the first boy, and the other boys still have to come up the ranks.
Yeah.
Granted, they already committed to UCLA, but we just saw how De'Aaron Fox went at your son.
Mm-hmm.
And that's De'Aaron Fox. That ain't John Wall. That ain't Curry. De'Aaron Fox gave your son a hot and spicy 39 points
Easy.
and sent him about his
and
way.
Everything. Hey, and that's the perfect example. Deion, fucking Calipari was like, "Hey, it's your show, baby." Like you know what I mean? Because The coach understood what was going
They
on.
changed the whole fucking game plan in the second half. Look, man.
Let's go.
Let's
go.
Shit, right? Because here's the shit. I'm not even mad at Lavar Ball anymore. I'm mad at these motherfuckers. I know we got to wrap this up. I'm mad at these motherfuckers who are caping for him on Facebook and telling us what to think. Like, oh, y'all don't want to support a black man. Y'all look at y'all wishing for a young guy's downfall. No, we just wishing for motherfuckers to shut the fuck up when they need to shut the fuck up. Like, where in the handbook of great parents am I creating more enemies for my kid than I don't need to?
Yeah.
From the marketing aspect of what he's doing, I get it. Positive or negative news is any good thing for your brand. Mm-hmm. Your brand that by the way looks basic as hell. Like if you gonna market some shit, don't have some shit that you made on PowerPoint. BBB, that shit look basic as fuck.
Exactly.
But we not even here about that.
Right.
I'm all about him trying to grab what he can grab. And people like, nobody said anything when Serena and Venus' father was going. Like, Serena and Venus' father was different because he was going against two things. One, they were black. Yep. Two, they were women. Yeah. And a sport that doesn't respect women at all.
Right.
So he had to fight to make sure they got everything that was coming to them. These motherfuckers don't get everything that's coming to them. You just shut the fuck up now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck are you running your motherfucking mouth and pissing off the boy gave your boy 20 in a narrow loss. He gave your boy 20. And then you went to talk shit for him. Now it's extra pressure on your boy against his main opponent who gave his ass 39. Easy. And every nigga who hooped knew he was going for 40. If you play basketball, you knew De'Aaron Fox was going to bust his ass.
Yeah.
You knew that shit.
Yeah.
Now your boy going to go on the draft. And I actually like Lonzo Ball.
Yeah,
I like his game.
Yeah.
I think his basketball IQ is off the charts.
Silky.
But God damn it, as I told everybody in our hoop group me, when John Wall come see him, the Wizards are damn near going to lose on purpose because John Wall is clearing out the whole fucking game. Work out. Mm-hmm. Like nobody's rooting against his son. Like for people who be saying this shit on Facebook, we're rooting against stupidity.
Father. Yeah,
stupidity. If you got the bitch, why do you got to do extra shit to fuck if you already got her?
Yeah.
The money is there.
Exactly. And
the fame is there. He's trying to be famous for himself and trying to hide behind the fact that it's for my kids.
Exactly.
We see you, coward. And the biggest thing about this is when I saw the First Take interview and he was like, I'm not worried about nothing because I go in the weight room, the pen mightier than the sword in this, fam.
Yeah.
I've seen many athletes at the time. Nigga, I've seen Derrick Rose, whom I love, get stripped down and taken apart. Nigga, they who's your son?
And first,
who's your son?
Right.
I seen LeBron. They try to take LeBron down.
Yeah.
They tried.
Mm-hmm.
They will try your son.
Yeah.
Keep playing.
They tried to take LeBron down, and he said, "Wait a minute,
let me win a chip or two."
And he was like, "Wait a minute, let me get my team strong."
Yeah,
Maverick.
Because the strange thing about Lonzo Ball, he say shit like I've been in the weight room. I'll be like, "What the fuck do that mean when you walking around like your son about to enter league of Brahma Bulls, fam?
Mm-hmm.
Like Bulls. I don't give a fuck how big or strong you are. Like first off, if your son go to the Lakers as projected, quote unquote, if you think you gonna win a dick swinging contest at Staples, fam, I got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you.
Man, look, Joe. Like I say, Joe, I just think he goes too far. Like, no way you should have been doing all these interviews, bro. You done did more interviews than the fucking kids. I ain't never even heard Lonzo Ball talk.
Until he lost.
That was the first time I've heard that boy speak. But I know I know his daddy voice. I could be in another room like, oh, yeah, Lavar's on TV.
Yeah. Cause it might cost you money. Cause I say this, cause like I think what's going to happen though is all this pre-draft shit that the kids got to go through. When these teams sit down and talk to Lonzo Ball and talk to him about life, their question is gonna ask. Their question to him is gonna be, how involved is your father gonna be?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna expect him to be at every game? And I think that's enough, honestly, for the Lakers to pass up.
Yep.
I think that's enough to say Magic say fuck this nigga. I could definitely see it. I could see
that too. I can see that too. Shit. We ain't finna put up with his ass for
Right.
no, hell no.
So look, no foreplay. You know what? Let's do this because I know people was a little upset at us, right? Because we had some like 45-minute episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do this. Can we commit this week to a live? Can we commit to a live?
Yeah.
Can we commit to a live? Can we do that?
Yeah.
One day this week. I think we need another live, and we can talk about anything, but I think a live will be good.
Another live podcast, right?
Yeah. I mean, not, but yeah,
Google Hangout.
yeah, the
Okay,
Google
all right.
Hangout
Yeah,
live,
yeah,
like we did for Insecure.
Yeah, I'm
Because I still think that was lit. Was lit.
I'm with that. Preferably Wednesday.
Okay.
All right.
So no foreplay.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
Before we get up out of here, y'all probably hear this show you'll hear the show Wednesday at noon. So over the weekend, one of my players passed away. He was a victim of gun violence, and I know he's going to be portrayed a certain way. Now, he wasn't a saint, but he wasn't a killer, and he did not deserve what his fate. He was just a product of his environment, and his survival tactics had kicked in, so he had to do what he had to do to survive. But I know everybody else probably just looking at him like that's another criminal or a thug or whatever, but you don't know his story. So I just tell everybody, just keep, you know what I'm saying, me in your prayers, his family in your prayers, and also just the whole student body, because no kid should have to go through this or try to understand or figure out what's going on with the world, why is the world we live in so violent. Just stay prayed up, people.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to end the episode like that. I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Do you want to pass the name to the people?
Oh, Laquan Allen.
Laquan Allen.
Yeah,
so
14 years old.
We got to say that name because that ties back to what we was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
14-year-olds aren't criminals.
14-year-olds aren't criminals.
Environment is a lot, and we all responsible.
Yeah.
For the environment that turns a 14-year-old into a gun violence victim.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we are responsible for that. And I read the story when you posted it, and I was dumbfounded last night. Like I was literally, and it hurt me. I'll tell you why it hurt me. Really, why it really hurt me. Because in the article, you tell me if my number's wrong. Mm-hmm. Did it say 15 people have been victims of gun violence on the block he lived on since 2011?
On that block he got killed on. Yep.
Since
4 people dead. 4 people dead, and like 15 or 20 people of gun violence on that block. Exactly. That's why I say it's pockets, man. It's like little pockets that's just like super fucked up. But what could you do?
Right.
And that's why I tell people all the time when they be like, you can't really be a product of your environment. And I'm like, look, there are no good kids over here on the left side of the street you got to hang with. You know what I mean? So it's like, and in Laquan's situation, man, it was just a kid who needed more than what he was getting. So he was trying to get it himself. You know, I did my best. I did as much as I could, but I know what he was doing. I know, but hey, you know what I'm saying? You only can be around him so long. It's only so much you could talk to him about. You know what I mean? But man, Joe, that was my boy. That wasn't just one of the players you coaching. He moves on and it's over. I have 3 kids on the team. I'm sorry, I probably got a little favoritism, but I got 3 kids on the team. I call them my sons. You know, I told you that a long time. They even in my phone, my son blank, my son blank, my son blank. And Laquan was that kid, like Tuesday or Wednesday. He only came to school one time, and I had seen him. And we always mess with each other. We talk like babies, like, Latwan, come here, Latwan. And I was like, give me a hug. I ain't sent you. So I hugged him, man, and it just was like, and I was asking him, you straight, you cool, you need anything? You know, because that's what I do. He's like, no, Mara, I'm good. I was like, man, I want to see you at school the rest of the week. He said, all right, man. And that's just crazy that I look at, that was our last conversation. That was the last time, you know what I'm saying? It's tough, bro. It's tough.
No foreplay. We out.